Pisces, the fishes. And you have that. You have it right here. Your Pisces, the fishes. And so if you hold it up, you see two fish. And one fish is swimming out to the right, and the other fish is swimming up to the top, and both of them are held by a band. I don't know, something you can... Hey, John, could you hold yours up maybe? You don't have to stand up. You can just hold it. I think Ellie could look over your shoulder and see it. That's great. Those are the fishes, and you see the two fishes, and there are 3 decans, which are the 30 degrees of Pisces. And you'll see the first decan is the band. That's the band that's holding the two fish in bondage. You see that? The second, if you'll open your page, is Andromeda, the chained woman. That's something. And the third is Cephas, or Cephas, the king. And that is the 3 decans of the constellation Pisces. Now, if you look at that picture, you'll see that the fish's tails are tied together, and they're tied together by another constellation called the band. See? Let me show you something. This here, if you were to use your cosmic clock, and I know this is very, very confusing to a lot of people who get into astrology or astronomical science or whatever you want to call it, because here we're talking about Pisces being the 6th sign, we're talking about Aquarius being the 7th sign, and in actuality, Pisces is the 12th sign astrologically, Aquarius is the 11th sign, but you're looking at something that was tapped by the ancients and to move into a spiritual realm that was set apart from what we understand astrologically. And why then does Aquarius become the 7th, or that which would be the crown chakra, the 7th sign, is because of the fact that the ancients counted from a spot which was a spiritual revolution, and where they started from was that which was actually virgin. They started not from Aries, which is number 1 generally in astrological charts, but they started from the beginning where Jesus started from and where we all start from, Virgo, the virgin. And actually the concept was Virgo to Leo. Virgin consciousness to Christ consciousness. Again on your chart, the lower consciousness fights to pull down the higher, but the higher, which is looking to the North Pole Star, continues to pull upward to God. We had a great look. One of the exciting things that we were able to do while we were in Key West, we had a great look at what some folks called Orion, Orion, the great constellation. We had a great look at that, you know. Yes, magnificent, magnificent. But look at the fish to the left, okay? That represents your higher aspirations. Okay? The fish to the left representing your higher aspirations is raising itself. It's looking up to the North Pole Star. It's reaching itself upward. See? While the other one is, look, swimming around. Swimming around in the fishbowl, which is the lower, you know, that's what we are, going around in circles, swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming and going nowhere. And that fish, if you look to the left, that fish that's raising itself up, and you look at the Bible, it says, look up for your redemption draweth nigh. Raise yourself upward. Lift yourself into that higher place. But it's an eternal struggle, because those fish are constantly straining. Isn't that interesting how both of them are struggling to get free, yet both of them are tied? Now, do you want to know something? This is really interesting. What are they tied to? Look down in the left corner. You don't have to show this one. I don't even think they'll be able to see it. But if you look down in the left corner of the picture, you'll see that the band is fastened to Cetus, the sea monster of the deep. You see that? The band is attached to Cetus, the sea monster, and he holds tight those which are the fish, that which is wisdom, which is trying to break itself loose. One of the fish is lifting itself upward. The other fish is swimming around in a circle, trying to go wherever it can. 2 fishes, 2 possibilities. And you have the possibility of the one fish of Pisces and lifting yourself upward, or you have the possibility of that other fish to go into the earthly fish bowl and go nowhere. You have to take the bait. That's the problem. See? A lot of us are afraid to take the bait. What did Jesus say? I will make you fishers of men. In other words, I will make you fishers of people. I'll give you the bait. You dangle it out. And they'll either take it or they won't. So we may think we're clever. Oh, we're not going to get hooked by this stuff. But we're going to continue to swim. And we're going to swim in a lake that's not being fed by any living water. And eventually that lake is going to dry up and we're going to die. Or we can take the bait, be hooked, and be fished out by the great Pisces or the great watermen. So we go upward to the higher vibration as we look at Pisces. And we understand that Jesus Christ, the great waterman, to him was given the job to take on the role of the cosmic fisherman. His symbol was the fish. Everywhere he went, there was that symbol of a fish etched on a wall. Everywhere that Jesus Christ went, put that symbol of a fish, because he was called the fish. I mean, it was the great age of Pisces, and that was his job. And what's the first thing he did in his ministry? Went down to the sea and went to the fishermen. And they followed him. See? Because he was the great fisherman. And you've got to look at all of this astrologically. You've got to look at it all astronomically. You've got to look at the whole Bible in this context of mysticism. You can't look at it. Wait, come on. Are you going to tell me that this guy's going to walk down and say, how much you making? Well, I got a fleet of boats. I'm making about $3,000 a week. Well, come on. I'll make you fishers of men. Okay, I'll put it down and I'll follow you. No, that's not the way things are. What that was simply saying is that no matter what you're doing, you have got to put everything that you own down and leave it and follow he who is going to lead you from within to be a fisherman. In this great age, which is closing of Pisces, and now the water flows down of Aquarius. You've got to be willing now to turn around and follow him and be a fisherman. And here's the Piscean age, the sixth age, and the cosmic clock coming to an end, and the forerunner of the great herald of the Sabbath, the Aquarian age. It's the Sabbath. Aquarius is seventh on the cosmic clock. It's the seventh chakra. It's the seventh city of the book of Revelation. It is all in sevens. Do you know why it's in sevens? Do you know why it's in sevens? Because the ancient astronomers, the ancient astrologers could only see 7 constellations. Do you know how many there are? 9. Does the number 9 ring a bell? Huh? There are 9. Do you know that if they could see those 9, there'd be 9 days in the week instead of 7? Oh, yes, they would. And 9 is the number of consciousness. 666 equals 9. 144 equals 9. What other stuff we said equals 9? There are 9 constellations. The 2 they couldn't see were Pluto and Uranus. They can only see 7. So that's why you've got 7 days in the week. And those 7 days of the week are named after the planets. You know, Moon Day is Monday. Sunday is Sunday. Saturday is named after Saturn. And the rest of them are named in Germanic names, but they're named after the planets.